All right, welcome to this week's FinX segment with Built by Trading. This is the segment where I go over each week the most popular names that have been circulating around Financial X, and we see if it is just noise or if there's actually something actionable we can take advantage of. So let's get right to it. I will try to make this efficient, short, and sweet for your time. Number one, Hood. Hood's been a challenging one. If you follow me on X, I post a nightly prep every night. I've been saying I like Hood. Honestly, I've been looking for a pullback buy since this here, and it's dipped down a little bit lower than I was expecting. I was watching more so the $93 level. I've been talking about that, and it's been an important level. Yesterday, I did not like the price action. On Wednesday night, I put my post. I said, ideally, Hood, it was gapping up nicely post market. Ideally, it gaps up and it holds. It's like a gap and go, and all it did was gap up and sell off, which is not ideal. It failed right here at the anchored VWAP from the prior high, this most recent high day. And so I didn't like that look. But today, moving 13%, it's very strong. You need to be mindful that coming into moving 13%, we are coming to a prior area of resistance at this $108 level. But overall, volatility is hindered. We have created a higher low here, and now we have made a higher high relative to this August 13th high. We are above the anchor VWAP from here. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a little bit of a pullback somewhere within this bar. I'll be looking at the nice $100 level. Maybe you can go on a 30-minute time frame, look for a shorter time frame. But either way, we pull back, we get tight underneath this 106, and then we move to 120 or so. Here's level by level for you. I'd be watching. That's how I play Hood. It looks good. Tesla, TSLA. It has, sold off a little bit after earnings, but it's just gotten bought up so far. It's above the 8, it's above the 20. It is working on an earnings gap down fill, so it's trying to fill the gap down, and it's doing that nicely. I wouldn't be shocked if we get it by the end of the week. I didn't think it'd be doing this well because it has a lot of supply that it's working into. This chart's a little sloppy. My apologies. Let me clean it up for you. And so really it's moving down. It's moving up into the 50 EMA. This is the waste of line here. Here is the 200 EMA, 50 EMA. So I thought it might have been rejected even at the 21, or for sure at the 50, but it's coming, it's moving through nicely. Here's a potential level supply, just simply the breakout area here. It held it here, undercut and rallied here. And so it is coming up to a important level, about 365 or so. But it looks okay. It's not my favorite, honestly. It's not my favorite. NVIDIA, it looks okay coming into a pretty important level. Let me mark it out for you here. Basically, we're going to go right there. And this range, just connect the tops, right? The topping tails, and connect the highs of the days. Just find a range. Coming back into there, that's going to be pretty important for you. I would keep an eye on this one, 214 to $212 area. Coin is absolutely ripped. It's been chopping very tight price action over from like a 2.5, 3 week period, right at support. If we zoom out here, look at this support. Look, support, right? It's been a very interesting area. I thought, I was a little biased to the downside. I thought I was getting tight to break down. And I've been prepared for shorts. It was underneath the 5, the 8, the 21, and the 50, but all of a sudden, here we go. How many people got short down here? How many people are getting squeezed right now? That's probably part of this move. So what I would do is put an anchor VWAP from the first day of this move, and then watch on price pullbacks to see how that responds. It already blew past this resistance area of 175. So shorts, I'm sure we're here. Gives it some juice. We're coming up to a next level of potential supply. Really, this, right? I'm just gonna do that there. That hit, and then the next one would be this pivot on gap of 196. I would not chase here. Volatility is here though, so you got to see where it fills out these gaps. If these gap ups hold, or this one gap up holds, we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if we get a gap build in next week. PLTR, I entered this yesterday here on Thursday. I caught this nice move today. I did hold over the weekend. I typically do not hold, but I had a decent cushion. I'm up about 2R right now. So, last week I held Apple over the weekend. It gapped down. I went from 2R to down 0.75R, which is annoying, but I accept my choices here. The thing that you do have to be aware of is it is coming into a potential area of supply. But I do think it's gotten tight underneath here. And so I think it built up enough energy here, found enough, emptied out the sellers, if you want to think of it that way, to push higher. Maybe we can get to 187 next week. If that breaks, I'm looking at this pivot on gap to 189 to 192. CrowdStrike. The whole cybersecurity sector is looking not so hot right now. 15, almost 16% off of all-time highs. This pullback here basically in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. It's back in this kind of chop zone. I tagged the anchor VWAP from the earnings here. It's at the 50 EMA. It's not the cleanest look anymore. FCX, if you follow me on X, I do a nightly post, prep post every night. This has been in range since January of this year. It's been doing nothing. And here we go. This has been trading in a range. This has been, it's a part of the AI build-out and things like that. And every time when it was coming up here, I was saying, watch out for a breakout. If not, look for a pullback to the 21 EMA. Look for that to hold to set a higher low versus this. Higher low, get tight, and then break out. That is what happened. I'm not saying I predicted it. I'm not saying that I was right. My preparation was right. But it could have easily failed and just continued the trade in a range. Okay, I'm not saying that I knew this was going to happen. Nobody knows something's going to happen, but the odds were there, and so we got a nice breakout. Keep copper on your watch list. Watch copper, NVTS. Well, this is a new one, and I don't know why. This looks like trash. This is terrible. If you guys are little gamblers, if you're trading this stuff, in my opinion, under the 50, under the 5, under the 8, under the 21, under the 200 EMA. It lost from high to low in a matter of 55 trading days, 72%. Like, I hope you guys, I don't know why. Like, yeah, obviously this is enticing, but this, unless you like to short, I don't know. BJ, I don't, choppy, sloppy mess. Earnings, I guess. Maybe this turns around. This is just choppy, sloppy. How do you trade this? This is not. There's so many better places to be at. What are you doing here? TGTX. This looks like it's in play. Kind of had like a little quasi double bottom here. Not necessarily. It didn't get all the way down here. It tried, but then it failed to. This obvious level of resistance has been broken. Then it broke out and even retested it, which is pretty nice. So that looks good. Let's go anchored VWAP at prior highs. Average participant from the prior highs is above water. I know Biotech is getting some love. This is an uptrend. It's above the 50, above the 8, above the 21, above the 5. This could be in play. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but if you're looking at this stuff, this could potentially be in play. You just have to accept the risks. MRNA, what was it? Cancer vaccine. That's it ripped 177%, which is pretty wild. Volatility is here. It gapped down 24%, or closed down and gapped down a bit, and then chopped around. So I'd wait for this to get tight for a few days, let it digest this move, and see what actually happens. I would, if I were you, mark out the gap up range, and see what it wants to do with that gap, whether it wants to fill it or not. Where did it gap to? If you look left prior, these are just old lines. I guess I used to track this name a while ago. Gap to prior areas of supply. You always look left to find where resistance could potentially be. And so it's just chopping around. It's in play. It's probably in play. Micron, this was my favorite look for the week, ended up not doing anything. But I said, look, it kind of has a reverse head and shoulders. There's a neckline. Don't be shocked if we find supply when it hits here. We get a pullback. We set a higher low. I'm treating this as a higher low right as of right now. It's above the 5. It's above the 8. It's above the 21. It's above the 50. It's above the 200. It is above the anchor VWAP on the all-time highs here. This thing can move. I like this look. I didn't take the entry on Thursday. I thought about it, but I decided to go with PLTR instead. But I still like Micron. Micron still looks good. I'm going to put that up top here. Hood and Micron on the top looks. MSTR. I've also been posting. I'm patiently waiting for a short here. I never took a short, but I could not have been more wrong. We'll see what actually happens. Put an anchor VWAP to starting at this move. And see what happens when price pulls back to it. It's already cleared these pivot on gaps. I can take care of that stuff. I track this name every day. So yeah, it looks like it might want to continue to run. So be mindful of that. I'm having chat work on my app if you guys are interested, if you trade ACD. Mark Fisher, ACD. All right, SPCX, finding support, anchor VWAP. We have, what is this called? Tweezer bottom. If you care about technical analysis stuff, tweezer bottom type look, candlestick pattern. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's going to hold. It puts odds in favor. But it's holding the anchor VWAP. It's above the 21. It's below the 8 and below the 5. But this looks promising. Like it could be a higher low here. Relative to this low here, right? This obvious area, whenever areas are obvious, I like them to be undercut. So I would not mind personally $130 to be undercut and then reclaimed, shake out any of the quote unquote weak hands in this consolidation area, and then shake out any of the sellers, reclaim it, and then we can go higher. Where is it struggling? It's struggling at the anchor VWAP from the IPO. It's struggling at the anchor VWAP from the all-time highs, the daily. And then it's also struggling at this prior support area. Okay, so maybe this is a higher low to set to get tight and break this $150 level. ASTS getting, maybe same, maybe this is a higher low relative to this. Could potentially be turning around, holding an anchor VWAP from the, that's not even the low. I was measuring that. Let's put this here above the anchor VWAP here, but it's below the 200, below the 50. Just don't waste your time and don't, stocks have to be above the 50 EMAs. IREN, this was showing relative strength. I see it closed down weak. That's unfortunate. Holding the anchor VWAP from the low. It's above the 21, but now it's below the 5. It's below the 8, below the 50. And it is also below the 200. You have a lot in this area that could act as resistance or support. So we got to see where this resolved. It looks okay. WMT earnings got crushed. Earnings, it was something like it was the worst earnings in a long time, basically. But look, what's happening here? We have the death cross, if you care about that stuff, 50 EMA crossing the 200 EMA consolidation. I thought it looked pretty good with the base. Earnings came out, got crushed. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Where could this go next? Oh, I may do that. Where could this go next? Go level by level, guys. Keep it simple. Go level by level. This is an obvious level right here of support. Okay. If you are an investor, this is never financial advice, but if I were to invest in Walmart, the next area I would look for this to come down to is $100. Nice round number. $100, 24. It'll be, maybe 25%, 26% off of all-time highs. You just let this thing chop around. It's kind of broken. And then I have a viewer request, RBRK. This name looks great. If you look, huge base, basically, since we're back at the highs from June of 25, basically a year ago, big old base. We are creating higher highs and higher lows. It has made a very strong run off of this prior low here. It is above the anchor VWAP. It's above the 8. It pulled back to the 8 EMA here. It held the 21. It's holding this prior level of resistance after being rejected on the breakout. So this is the first pullback after an all-time high breakout, setting a higher low. Beautiful undercut of all of it. Did it even undercut this August 12th? Let's see, the low is 94.75. This low is 90. Yes, it even undercut this low. Shake out the quote unquote weekends, all of this area, and then reclaim it. I like RBRK. So out of all of the FinX names, I'll give you a top four, I suppose. Maybe I'll give you a top five. I'll give you the top five: Hood, Micron, RBRK, FCX, and SPCX. Those are top five for me. I think Coin and MSTR are up there as well. The volatility is there. MRNA, the volatility is there. Where's MSTR? The volatility is there. But going along on these, I for sure would not do that right now. For sure not on Coin and MSTR. You have to let them chop. You have to let them base. Would not chase this. Not financial advice, but I would not do it. You have to look. It has made from the open on Wednesday to the highs of today a 29% move in 1 to 3 trading days. Coin, similar thing. From the lows of Wednesday to the highs in 3 trading days, 30% move. You do not chase that unless you are begging to get your butt handed to you. I just wouldn't do it. The risk reward is not there. All right. There's tops: Hood, Micron, RBRK, FCX, SPCX. Those top five. Thanks for your time. Like, subscribe if this was beneficial. Tell your friends. Follow me on X. I do a nightly prep every week. I post these videos up on X. I'm much more active on X, and I post these on the YouTube on the weekends when I have the time to do so. Again, thank you for your time. Like, subscribe. Join us on Sunday nightly prep. Me and Dan, Babyfish Trading Group. Go follow his channel as well. Great content. And we'll catch you guys next week. I'll also keep an eye out for my weekly preparation video that comes out on Sunday. And then I'm also going to be doing a trade review video because I took a few this week that'll be posted up as well, so you guys can understand my process, and hopefully it's educational for you guys and I can help you out. All right, I'll catch you next week. Bye.